All right, so now we're continuing on, right? We just entered in our inventory purchases, right? We purchased perpetual inventory. I taught you how to utilize the inventory worksheet, right? Because when we start selling our perpetual inventory, we're going to be using our inventory worksheet very often, okay? Because we need to update our inventory as we go. So now that we already set up our inventory, okay, we are now prepared and ready to go ahead and start selling our products, okay? But again, we won't be setting up our store until, or we won't open up shop until the 17th, okay? So make sure right here, here's your calendar. We won't start until Monday the 17th. So that means we still have a while to go to keep setting up our business, okay? So now that I have that here, it is now Thursday, the 13th of June. And now I hired Silver State Electrical to do some electrical work wiring on the coffee grinder. Okay, so in this case, maybe I need another outlet socket so then I can have all my machines in the same area without, blowing up the fuse, because if you plug too many things into one socket, right, the chances are most likely you're going to blow out your fuse. So we needed an electrical work to be done, and we hired Silver State Electrical. So do I need to record this transaction? No, right? Because all I did was just simply hire them. I don't know when the job is being done. Okay, I just hired them. Okay. So then let's see what happens here. Let's see, we end up receiving another bill on the 13th. We received a bill from LV Remodeling Company for the reinforcement of the foundation. So in this case, they end up sending me a second bill, right? We had them for the first one to do the interior job design of the store. Now here's the second one that we acquired them to have the job done for, which is going to be the reinforcement for the coffee grinder. Okay, so again, $1,560 with the invoice number 1760 due in 4 days. Okay, now let's ask us this question: is this a business expense, or is this part of the cost for the coffee grinder? Okay, so why is this a business expense? Or why do you think so? We already recorded that one. But why was it that I needed a foundation for? What was this reinforcing the foundation for?
Our coffee grinder, there was something wrong with it.
It wasn't that there was something wrong with it. It needs to be reinforced so it doesn't move around, right? Because it's a commercial coffee grinder. We need to put a stand so it can go ahead and be placed on without, shaking so much to the point it will fall over the table or whatever, for whatever reason that we need a foundation for. So in this case, yes, it can be considered a business expense. However, is reinforcing a foundation for my store, or is it actually for my coffee grinder to go ahead and be placed ready for service? Right? In this case, it's actually more towards the coffee grinder because, again, what does the reinforcement of the foundation do? Is it for the shop itself? In this case, no. So it's not technically a business expense here, right? Because I needed the reinforcement for the foundation primarily for my fixed asset. So in this case, I have to place it as part of the cost of my fixed asset. Okay? Now, where is my coffee grinder?
You put it in the miscellaneous?
You put it into miscellaneous expense. So in this case, go ahead and that's what I want you to do. Place this cost in there because it's going to be considered part of the cost of my fixed asset because, right, the notion is not just getting it to the store. It's to get it ready for service. Get it ready so when we start using it, it's ready to go. So in this case, because this is because we needed to build a foundation for the coffee grinder to be on top of, right? Therefore, this is going to be part of the cost. So therefore, we're going to go ahead and put it into miscellaneous expense because that is currently where my coffee grinder is in, right? It's in my miscellaneous expense account, which is $19,990. Okay. And am I paying it now or am I going to choose to pay it in 4 days? I'm going to pay it later. So in this case, what account am I going to place this under?
Accounts payable.
Yep, because we're not paying it now, we're paying it later. Okay, for a total of $1,560. Right. You have all the information that you need here, right? Because we got billed. Who did we receive a bill from? LV Remodeling. We have the invoice amount or invoice here, right? It was invoice number 1760. Okay, and of course, we have it due in 4 days, and also this was for the reinforcement foundation. Okay, and it's due in 4 days. Right? So in this case, I have all my information, so now I need to go ahead and place it into my ledger. Okay. Starting off with my assets first, right? Since it's part of the cost of my coffee grinder, I'm going to be placing it into my miscellaneous expense account. All right, and then you could say right here, reinforcement foundation for coffee grinder. Okay, you could put invoice number 1560, right? Or sorry, 1760, right? So we know where this bill came from. We journalized this on our journal number 4, and we increased it by 1560. So now my coffee grinder is at a total of $3,088.07, right? Because the only thing that's in here in my miscellaneous expense account is my coffee grinder, and right now my coffee grinder is at $1528.07. Okay, so adding this 1560 increased the value of my coffee grinder to $3,088.07. Okay. Last but not least, since we owe LV Remodeling, because we're not going to pay them yet, we owe them some money, so therefore we're going to put this in our accounts payable account, right, under liabilities. This was invoice number 1760, all right? And we did this on General Journal 4 for a total of 1560. So there you go. I once again increased my liability, my accounts payable from $14,000 to now $15,676. So again, lots and lots of spending, okay? And this is typical for when you start your business. You're going to make a lot of expenses, a lot of owing, okay, until you can get up and running and actually start your business is when you can slowly start paying these back, right? So now, again, because we received a bill from LV Remodeling and we chose to not pay it now, I need to update my subsidiary ledger because now I owe LV Remodeling more money. Okay? So LV Remodeling, right here, LV Remodeling, it is the 13, right? We just received a bill for the foundation reinforcement on coffee grinder. Okay. This was invoice number 1760. Again, we've journalized this on our journal. We also got net 4. So therefore, when is the due date for this bill?
The 17th.
Let me see, 13. Okay, the 17. Good. 17 of June. All right. And we were billed for 1560. Okay. Right. Okay. So now that I have placed my bill into elevator remodeling, okay, now I can go ahead and move on with my next transaction. Okay. Okay. So let's see what happened next. Then we contracted with hired temps to have a temporary worker help working person, right? Which is hired temps is an agency that helps us find, temporary work. So for those who wants to do a job for a couple days or a couple months or things like that. I went to Hire Temps agency to go hire somebody, one person to help me work for 8 hours per day from the 17 all the way to the 19, okay, of June. And I'm going to pay them $10.50 per hour. Okay? And of course, the payments are going to be due on the 21st of June. So in this case, I contracted with hired temps to find me somebody to work for 3 days, 8 hours a day, and they're going to get paid on the 21st of June. Okay? So in this case, do I need to journalize this transaction?
No.
No, I don't, because all I did was hire them, contract them, but not pay them because they're not scheduled to work until the 17th. So no actual transaction was actually done except for signing the contract, right? Finding somebody to work for you. But in this case, right, even if we did go ahead and contract for this one person, right, there's chances that one individual worker might call in sick and say, sorry, I can't work on the 18th, I'm sick, right? Then the agency either has to find someone new, or they just don't show up, and therefore I don't pay them for the 18. So in this case, this is going to be based on whether they show up or not, the temporary hire working person. So in this case, they're going to be working supposedly from the 17th to the 19th. No business transaction has been done yet because they won't get paid until the 21st. Okay? However, this definitely is pertinent information, and where should we place it?
They go in the subsidiary?
We're going to go into the subsidiary because we are going to make an agreement with hire temps. So let's find hire temps in our list here. So furniture store, Hallie, here you go. Hire temps, okay? We don't have a date yet because we're not going to pay them until the 26th. All right, sorry, the 21st of June. However, the details that you want to put in here is you're going to hire one person, okay, to do a job for 3 days, right? From 17, 18, 19, that's 3 days. They're going to go work for you 8 hours a day per day, and they're going to get paid $10.50 per hour, okay? And that's it. So in this case, right, invoice, we haven't received the bill yet. We know that we haven't received the bill yet. However, we do have terms, right? When is this going to be paid? They're going to get paid on the 21st of June. Okay? So there's no actual terms itself, but at least you have a due date. It's due on the 21st of June. And how much is it going to be for? Well, let's calculate it. $10.50 times 10 times 8 hours a day times 3 days. Their total amount that's going to be due or owed is going to be $252. Now again, this number can change because again, we don't know if that temporary worker is going to show up for work. But at least we know for a fact that we have at least an idea, right? We're quoted this exact amount because we agreed to this amount. Right? And we said that we're going to pay them on the 21st of June. Okay? So at least we can at least put this in here as a temporary, amount, just in case when we do receive the bill, we just pay them, right? Because we know exactly how much we paid them for. Okay? All right. Okay, so let's see what has happened next. Okay? So then here we on the 14th, so it's Friday now, we end up picking up our advertisement flyers from City Printers, okay, giving us a total bill for $100, right? 2,000 flyers at 5 cents each is $100, okay? And of course, minus the down payment, because we already paid them half the money, so minus $50. So that means there's $50 left remaining for this bill. So in this case, we end up paying the rest of the balance with a credit card, okay, with the business credit card. So in this case, we picked up the advertisement flyers, so we have all 2,000 flyers, and we are going to apply our down payment to the bill. So then that means all we have left to do is just pay the $50, okay? So how am I going to record this transaction here?
Advertising expense?
Advertising expense, because this time I picked up all 2,000 flyers and they cost me 5 cents each. So therefore, that is how much, that is a total of $100 worth of advertising expense. Right? Which was 60,000. So this case, it was for $100 because we picked up all 2,000 flyers. Okay? Now, I need to apply my down payment. So I recorded my down payment as a prepaid account. Okay. And how did I pay the remaining balance? How did I pay for my remaining balance?
On a credit card.
I paid with the credit card. So in this case, Visa payable. Which I paid the remaining balance of $50. So again, 50 plus 50 should equal a total of $100. Okay? And let's go ahead and make my note, right? I made this payable to City Printers, right? Picked up 2,000 flyers at 5 cents each. Okay? So now, right, now that my my journal is done, we now can move on to our ledger. Okay? So I got advertising expense. So expenses. Here you go, advertising expense. It is $6.14, and we purchased. So I could say we purchased 2,000 flyers at 5 cents each. Okay, we are still on our fourth journal here, and I got it for $100. Okay, so therefore, right, my formula is going to tell me that I now have $185 worth of advertising. Okay. Okay. Here, I ended up applying my prepaid accounts, right? My down payment for the flyers. I applied it to my bill. Okay, so in this case, it's the 14. And I'm going to say I applied down payment on 2,000 flyers. Okay. So again, that's going to decrease my account by 50, right? Which means I have a total of $6,654.17 worth left in my prepaid accounts. Okay. Last but not least, we end up owing the rest on our credit card. So in this case, here I am in my Visa payable. It is the 14. And then you can go ahead and say remaining 50% balance on 2,000 flyers. Okay. Still general journal 4, and we end up charging our credit card another $50, which creates my account balance for my credit card to be $185. Okay. Since we dealt with our person here, City Printers, right? We also have to update their account because we need to make sure that we paid them for the remaining amount and that we picked up all 2,000 flyers. So in this case, it's the 14, right? Instead of ordering, right, we picked up picked up 2,000 flyers at 5 cents each. And then you could also say you also applied down payment, 50% down payment. No invoice number. So once again, they didn't give us an invoice number. That's okay. Right? As long as we know that we paid for it. And I'm also going to make a note here that I used my Visa credit card to pay for it. Okay? We are still on General Journal number 4. No terms. Okay? And here we had a prepaid amount of $50. The actual bill was $100, and I used my credit card to pay the remaining balance of that $50 balance. Okay, so that's what I need to fill in here to reflect my total amount that I owe to be $0. Okay, so the bill came out to be $100, right? But because I applied my prepayment of $50, my down payment, that means I had an account balance of $50. But I end up paying that with my Visa credit card. So now I owe City Printers nothing. Okay? Let's see what happened here. Again, on Friday, right, we end up purchasing from restaurant supplies. We end up buying 1,000 medium coffee cups and 1,000 large coffee cups, okay? My medium coffee cups were 5 cents per cup, giving me a total of $50. And of course, I purchased my large coffee cups for 7.5 cents each per cup, giving me a total of $75, okay? Because I went to the actual store, restaurant supplies, right? I end up having to pay tax of $10.31, okay? Giving me a grand total of $135.31. And I paid using my business credit card, okay? So, in this case, I bought some medium coffee cups and large coffee cups. How do I journalize this? Say that again. Not a purchase expense. This isn't going to be part of your inventory. I still can't hear you. You sound very far away. Okay. So in this case, right, if it's not part of my inventory, oh wait, did you say business supplies? Yes, it is a business supply because in this case, I need to buy these supplies in order for me to sell my product. So in this case, if I look at my business supplies, right, under my assets, I have medium coffee cups and I have large coffee cups, okay? I even am going to also purchase sugar and creamer, okay? So in this case, those are my business supplies that I need to have in order for me to sell my product in my store, right? Because I am a coffee shop, right? So in this case, I'm going to recognize that I have my medium coffee cups, which is 11,760, and then I have my large coffee cups over 11,765. Okay. It is 6:14. So we bought medium coffee cups and we bought large coffee cups. Okay. 11,760, 11,765. Okay. So in this case, right, how did I pay for this? How did I pay on the business credit card? Good, excellent. So Visa payable. Okay, so 22,000. Now in this case, right, I paid a grand total on my Visa credit card to be $135.31. Okay? What do I do with the tax? How do I split the tax?
Do the 50 times 8.25%.
Good, excellent. So in this case, I have to prorate it, right? If my medium coffee cups is $50 and my large coffee cups is $75, I need to split the tax by multiplying each one of them by the 8.25%. Okay, so there you go. I get $4.12.5, and I get okay, and I get 6.1875. So here I have to make a decision because if I say this is 4.13 and this was 6.19, I have my invisible penny added to this amount, right? I got $10.31, right? I added an extra penny into here, but I didn't pay 135.32. I paid 135.31. So in this case, right, what I have to do is take a look at this. I have $4.12.5, or I have $6.18 3/4 of a penny. So where do you think I'm going to distribute my penny? Which one? You say that again? Yes, for the large coffee cups, right? I'm gonna put this and make this $6.19 to get me my grand, and this was $4.12, right? I'm gonna round up for my large coffee cups, okay? So that means my grand total for my cups are going to be like this, okay? So that means I have $54.12 for my regular cups, and I have $81.19 for my large cups. And if I add these up together, I should get a total of $135.31. Okay? So, all right. Let's go ahead. You know what? Let's just add a receipt number in here. Okay. So I'm gonna say receipt, because I don't have one here. Receipts number, let's see what my restaurant supplies is. Restaurant supplies. Restaurant supplies. Right, I used 001487. Let's call this 00005831. I don't know. I just made it up, okay? So in this case, there you go. There's my receipt number. It is going to be 005831. So now that I have my items here and my journal is done, right? I got to put in my note here saying that I purchased from restaurant supplies. Okay. I purchased 2,000 cups. Okay. And on my receipt number, zero zero 5831. Okay. I reached the end of my journal number 4. So that means the next time we do a transaction, it will be on the next page. Okay. So now that I have this, right, I'm going to go ahead and fill out my ledger. Okay. Because now I bought some business supplies. So I need to increase my business supplies here. So let's see. Here's my business supplies. No, it's not. There you go, business supplies. Here is my medium coffee cups. Okay. It is the 14. We purchased 1,000 cups. Okay. At 5 cents each plus 8.25% tax, which was $4.12, okay, to get you a grand total of $54.12 in your medium coffee cups. Okay. We also purchased on the 14 1,000 large cups, okay, at 7.5 cents each plus 8.25% tax, which gave you a total of $18.19. So therefore, that should give you a grand total of $93. That's not right, is it? $81.19. Hold on, let me look at the tax again. I think I put the too much. Tax was $6.19. Excuse me. $6.19. So again, that should give you 75 plus 619, $81.19, right? Which is right here displayed on your journal. So therefore, that is going to be my account balance in my large coffee cups account. Okay. Last but not least, I need to update my credit card because I end up purchasing coffee cups. So in this case, right, purchased 2,000 coffee cups, right? General journal number 4, and I increased my credit card by an additional $135.31. So therefore, I owe my credit card as of June 14, $320.31. Okay? Okay. And of course, since I end up paying my restaurant supplies, right? One thing I need to know is what if I don't need those coffee cups anymore or they're damaged? And any reason that you want to return the product, you need to record this in your books because, again, that way you know what the price points are, especially when you bought them. And when you return the items, you know exactly how much you're going to get, yada, 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 et cetera, right? Especially because you have proof that you paid them, especially because we use a credit card. So therefore, the money's going to go back to my credit card. So I'm going to have to put everything in my notes here that I purchased 1,000 medium cups, right, at a grand total of $54.12, okay, and plus 1,000 large cups, okay, at a total of $81.19. Okay, so that's the tax included. Okay, and this was receipt number 00 005831. Okay, general journal number 4, right? The total bill was $135.31, and I paid it, right, using my Visa credit card. So in this case, I should owe Restaurant Supplies nothing for this receipt here. And I'm also going to make a note that I paid using my Visa credit card. Okay. So for any reasons that you need to go back to the store to return the product, right? Maybe you don't need the cups anymore. Maybe these cups aren't sturdy enough. Whatever reasons that you want to use for any means to return the product, you have the price points here, and you also have how you pay, which is through a Visa credit card. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to stop here. Okay. There's only one transaction, but that's okay. We can just continue this tomorrow as the same time as doing our trial balance for week 2. Okay, so I'm going to highlight this. So that's the last transaction for here. We're going to finish this up tomorrow. Okay, any questions in regards to anything that we learned today?